Hello everyone, I am Nisha Bandal. I am coming with a new video. Before starting a new video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. So today's topic is diversity in the living organism. Have we ever thought about life form that surround us? So let's see how it classify and what is the diversity in the living organism. So start with the introduction. In that, first is a classification, second is a hierarchy of the classification group, and the third is the plant kingdom. So let's start with what is the classification. There is a classify living thing into a group. A Greek thinker Aristotle classified animal according to whether they are live on the land, in a water or in the air. For example, animals that live in a sea include starfish, shark and the whales. As we see, they have a different form, each other in a numerous way. But this is a not appropriate way for making a group of organisms to study and the think about. Therefore we need to decide which character to be used for the classification. The process of the classification within each group can then continue using a new characteristics each time. Then what is the characteristic? A characteristics is a particularly feature or a particularly function. Therefore, this design of the feature are used to make a group rather than making a broad group. So our next is the classification and the evolution. All living things are identified and categorized on the basis of their body design and form and the function. This means that classification of the life form will be closely related to the evolution. Then the scientist Charles Darwin first described the idea of the evolution in his book, and the book name is The Origin of the Species. When we see the evolution there are the two groups. The first group are frequently referred as a lower organism and the second group is referred as a higher organism. The next part is the hierarchy to the classification of the group. The classified into the five kingdom, the biologist who as Ernest Haeckel, Robert Whittaker and the Clark Vossius have tried to classify the all living organism in the five kingdom, and the kingdoms are Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animal, and it's widely used. In this slide we see the in detail plant kingdom. So this is the organism. The organisms are the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic. The prokaryotic are the Monera and the eukaryotic they are the unicellular, which is a single cell, multicellular which is a many cells. Then the unicellular contain the Protista, with there have the two types. First is a with the cell wall and the second is without with the cell wall, but they don't have the photosynthesis. And there is a multicellular, there without the cell wall. The group is the Animalia. The further classification is done by naming the subgroup at a various level as given the following scheme. Then there is a kingdom, phyla, phylum for the plant and the division for the animal. Then the class, order, family, genus, species, and the species is a basic unit of the classification. So start with the first, Monera. These organisms do not have a defined nucleus, organelle, or not have they show a multicellular body design. On other hand, they show a diverse base on the many characteristics. Some of them have the cell wall or some of them not. The mode of the nutrition of organism in this group can be either synthesize their own food or getting from the environment, which is called as a heterotrophs. If we having or not having a cell wall, then there is a different effect on the body. And this group including a bacteria, blue green algae and the mycoplasma. The next kingdom is Protista. This group include many kind of the unicellular eukaryotic organisms, and the some of these organisms use appendages. Appendage is a hair-like cilia or a whip like the flagella for moving around it or for the locomotion. There more of the nutrition can be autotrophic or the heterotrophic, and the example are unicellular like the algae, protozoa, amoeba and the paramecium. The next kingdom is a fungi. There are the heterotrophic eukaryotic organisms, and some of them use a deciding organic material as a food, and they are called as a saprophyta. and the other require a living. Some fungi species live in a permanent mutually dependent relationship with a blue-green algae, and they have the cell wall made up of the tough complex sugar which is called as a chitin. Some fungi species live in a permanent mutually dependent relationship with a blue-green algae, such is called as a symbiotic. And these symbiotic life form are called as the leeches, and the leeches we have all seen as the slow growing large colored patches on the bark of the tree. The next kingdom is the plantae. These are the multicellular eukaryotic with the cell wall. Thus all the plant are including in this group we can see in the detail, and that they are autotroph, use a chlorophyll for the photosynthesis. The next is the animalia. This including all organisms which are the multicellular eukaryotic without the cell wall, and they are the autotrophics. So start with the first kingdom, which is the plant kingdom. The plant kingdom is the contain the two main group, cytogam, and the second is the phaenogram. Cytogam is divided into the three group, Thylophyta, Bryophyta, and the Petridophyta. And then the Thylophyta is classified again into a three subdivided group, which is the algae, fungi, and the leeches. Then the second is the Panoragram. They are divided into the two group, which is the gymnosperm and the angiosperm. And the angiosperm is divided into the two subpart, monocot and the dicot. The first level of the classification among the plant depend on whether the plant body has a differentiated. Then the next level of the classification based on whether the differentiated plant body has a specialized tissue for transport of the water and the other substance, and the further classification depend on bear a seed, whether the seed are enclosed within the fruit. So start in detail the plant kingdom, and the first is the Thylophyta. Thylophyta do not have the well differentiated body design of this group. The plant is group commonly called as algae, and these plants are predominantly aquatic, example ulva and the chara. The next is the Bryophyta. The Bryophyta is called as amphibians of this plant group. The two form a stream, leaf like a structure. This is a no specialized tissue for the conduction of the water and the other substance from the one part of the plant body to the other. And the plant body is commonly differentiated to from the stem and the leaf like the structure. Example are the mosas. The next is a Petridophyta. The plant body is differentiated into the root, stem and the leaf, and has a specialized tissue for the conduction of the water and the other substance from the one part of the plant to the other part. On other hand, the plant with a well differentiation reproductive part that ultimately make a seed are called as a phaenogram. The reproductive organ of the plant in all the three groups are very inconspicuous, and they are called as a cryptogam, and or those with the hidden reproductive organ. These groups are classified based on the seeds naked or enclosed in the fruit, and they divide into the two groups. The first is a gymnosperm and the second is an angiosperm, and the seeds are the result of the sexual reproduction process. They consist of the embryo along with the store food, which assists the initial growth of the embryo during the germination. So start with the first group, which is the gymnosperm. The plant of this group bear a naked seed, are usually parental, evergreen and the woody. Gymnosperm is a Greek word. Gyno means the naked and the sperms mean the seed. The next is the angiosperm. The angiosperm is also Greek word, and the angio means the covered and the sporum means the seed. These seeds are also called as a flowering plant, and the seed develop inside an ovary which modify to become a fruit. And because in a many instance they emerge and they become a green when the seed germinated. Plant embryo in the seed have a structure called as a cotyledon, and the cotyledon are called as the seed leaves. Angiosperms are divided into the two groups. The first basis on the number of the cotyledon present in the seed. The plants with the seed having a single cotyledon are called as a monocot or the monocotyledons, and the plant with the seed having the two cotyledons are called as a dicot. So this all about the plant kingdom. In the next video we see the animal kingdom. Thank you.